Hello and good morning from our third day aboard the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. We are at Coco Cay today. It's a little bit after 7 o'clock in the morning and we just pulled into the dock. We have not quite been cleared to disembark, but the crew has at the very back of the ship, back here, pretty much underneath all of the water activities. I think that we're okay with not doing the flow rider, but it would be a lot of fun to do the water slides, as well as the sky pad. We've done a lot of other activities that we've really enjoyed at the back of the ship back here. The challenging aspect of the cruise recreation is that a lot of the times are intervaled, so you have to be pretty particular with timing just to be able to do all that you want to do in terms of recreation on the Independence of the Seas. Alright, but I'm heading back inside the ship because I'm going down to, I think, the 5th level to the Royal Promenade to grab some coffee for Brennan so we can go get some breakfast. We would also love to do some pool activities as well. Alright, I'm hopping into the elevator and hopefully going down. It's hard to take one of these elevators all the way down. Especially one of the elevators with the glass. They're very popular. Oh, there's the Royal Promenade all the way down there. Alright, I made it down to deck 5 and I'm heading straight ahead to the Royal Promenade. Specifically, I'm going to Cafe Promenade because they have Starbucks coffee over here. Okay, so I have my coffee from Starbucks over here, which this feels really nice to hold actually because I totally slammed my finger in the door this morning, leaving the room. Alright, but now I'm heading back up to the room so myself and Brennan can finish getting ready and go to breakfast, probably up at the Windjammer breakfast buffet upstairs. Alright, so I'm back in the room and we're about to go to breakfast here in just a minute, but this is the view of Coco Cay from our veranda. They're starting to let everybody on the island, so we should be down there in about an hour or so. Okay, so we made it down to deck 11 to the Windjammer breakfast buffet, and we're going to try to find a table. So we found a spot over by the window. There's Coco Cay, which we're going to be going down there in just a minute, but this is the extent of breakfast. So I have a plate of a biscuit with gravy, some bacon, some sausage, some hash browns. I have a plate of fruits and rice, and pancakes and a donut, a parfait, yogurt, some juices, some avocado toast, and then a omelet with pretty much everything that they have. This is tomato and onions, peppers, cheese, spinach, and ham, I guess. But that's my breakfast, and hopefully I ate it pretty quick because Brennan's already done. I'm sorry. There's Coco Cay outside of the window. We sat sort of back over here against the window, and we're heading back to the room to get ready to go and explore the island. I'm pretty sure we're going to be coming back here for dinner tonight instead of going to the dining room like we have the past couple nights. So we'll still have the opportunity to come back one more time and just see what they have for dinner because we have not gotten to experience that yet. Alright, but I'm heading back to the room. We're gonna got a little bit of a head start just to get ready to go to Coco Cay. We're gonna go ahead and change into our swimsuits and then have the perfect day at Coco Cay. Interestingly, not a lot of people got off of the ship yesterday when we boarded the Nassau, so I'm curious to see how many people stay on or get off here at Coco Cay. Alright, so we are in the elevator heading down to deck number 1. We have my Mickey bag full of fun activities in here that we're going to bring to Coco Cay. So let's go have the perfect day at Coco Cay, right Brennan?
Yeah.
Cool, after you. We went all the way down here with no stops. Alright, so we got off the ship right there. There are some shuttles that will take us to the island, but I think we are going to go ahead and walk. That sounds pretty pleasant. I think that we're going to be pretty lucky today because it is a beautiful day. It feels phenomenal. It's a little bit hot, but that is the ideal comparatively to what it was the other day. There's the aft of the ship right there, and we're walking down this beautiful rainbow pathway towards Coco Cay. There's the water park, the zip line, the beach area. This is beautiful. We are about to have the perfect day at Coco Cay. We did not purchase admission for the water park. It's an additional charge and it's a little bit expensive, but we'll have plenty of other ways to enjoy our time today. What I'm not sure about is if the zip line is an additional charge or not, because that would be a lot of fun to get to do. I guess we could go probably ask pretty much right now. So this is the Thrill Water Park. There is a map right over here. Let's go check that map out. So this is the path that we took from the ship to get to Coco Cay, and we're over by the Thrill Water Park entrance and then the zip line to take off. This is a huge island. Plenty of opportunity to go and relax over by the beach. Plenty of thrill and recreational activities as well. So on the other side of this, that's the Thrill Water Park entrance, and this is the zip line. What we don't know is if we have to have closed-toed shoes, if it's an additional charge. Alright, so we went up and we asked, and we would need closed-toed shoes, and it's also $110 per person to ride the zip line, so I do not think we're going to be doing that. This is the tram station right over here. So $110 per person, that is pretty expensive. unfortunately, but you do get to go around the entire island, which would have been really cool. But I think we're going to go maybe head over towards this part of the island over to the snorkel airplane wreck. There's a splash zone over here. There's a massive pirate ship. There's Captain Jack's, and we're heading towards Chill Island. Okay, so I was able to grab a map of Coco Cay. I think Captain Jack's is a bar over there, maybe a place that you could get food as well, but here we are heading into Chill Island. So we've walked over to a bridge, and this is a beautiful location to see the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. Our room is somewhere over here on this side of the ship, the starboard side. Right over here, this is one of the locations that you get to zip line, which is pretty cool. So we want to go over to the snorkel beach because we did bring our snorkel gear. Hopefully that's not an upcharge. It seems like a lot of activities are an upcharge. It might just be an upcharge just to rent their gear, but if we bring our own, maybe we can go. Looks like there's some places to shop over here, and we're over by one of the beaches. And I think where we're trying to go is in the very back over here. There's the Skipper's Grill. This looks like a very relaxing place to just put your stuff down. And then there's the water park way over there. So this is the Harbor Beach. And there's the zip line straight ahead. Okay, so this is a prospective location to come back to. There's another sign over here where we can try to see where we're going. Okay, so I came over to the sign and I'm trying to use the map here. I think we need to head back over here by this beach. I think that's where we can do our snorkeling, somewhere over here, or over here by the Chill Grill, which is a place where we could get some food. Over here, this is the Coco Cay Island Market, which is where you can get some souvenirs. There's also a snorkel shack over there, so I'm presuming that the snorkeling is going to be somewhere over here by the beach. It's called the Straw Market. It looks like this is actually a very quiet and pleasant area over here. It's a little bit farther away from the ship, so that's probably why. It's actually really quiet over here, at least for the time being. We're gonna go ahead and go down by the water and just sort of see where we can go snorkeling. Okay, so it does look like people are snorkeling over here, but they're wearing life jackets, so we're gonna go to the snorkel shack and try to get a life jacket. And there's our cruise ship straight ahead. Here's another bar called the Wacky Seagull. So that's fun. Pretty much just walking around the market here to try to find the snorkel shack. All right, so we found the snorkel shack, and to rent all of the gear, it would have been about $40, a little bit more than $40, and to rent partial gear would have been a little bit more than $20, which we would have had to do per person because a life vest is required, and we would have had to get flippers even though we have our own snorkel gear. Plus, there are just tons of jellyfish out there. Apparently, everyone is getting stung by jellyfish.
And, like, everyone's coming back with just these burnt lacerations from jellyfish everywhere, and one girl's like, I only made it 2 minutes, and I'm like, I don't want to pay for this.
So what I think we might do is just kind of continue to walk around the island and then get in the water at some point. Maybe not over here at this at this part of the beach, because I guess it's worse over here. Okay, so we're walking through the marketplace. I think we might go over to the harbor over here, because at least that is kind of a sound and it's a little bit more protected from all the jellyfish, apparently, right?
I think so. That's what somebody was saying. It's like filtered.
It seems like a little bit better of an alternative compared to the ocean. I doubt that jellyfish would be able to get in here and really bother anyone. All right, so I'm on my GoPro now. I had to go grab some towels from one of the towel booths. And here we are, getting into the water. This feels phenomenal. Right there, I can even see some fish in the water. All right, I'm gonna go for it. Brennan just got in the water. There's the Skipper's Grill and Captain Jack's. And it's actually getting pretty deep. I doubt that there's like a net protecting this harbor, but just because it's so far inland, I doubt that there's like a jellyfish problem here compared to the actual ocean over there.
I mean, it could be an underwater net over there.
So while I was walking around looking for the towels, I found a few other nice quiet spots and some bars in North Beach area. There's a lot to really explore about Coco Cay, and Brennan has been here before.
I have, but like this is not what I remember it being at all.
So what I think we might do is go back to get our stuff and maybe walk around the island a little bit and maybe go to a bar.
Okay.
Or I want to go to the bar at least.
Okay.
Alright, so I went back to our umbrella and I got my snorkel so I can see if I can try to see something in the water over here.
Hey.
Is that cool? I don't know. I thought it was cool.
Alright, so we got out of the water over by the harbor, and now we're walking over here to maybe get some water and some juice. Alright, so we got a table over by the Skipper's Grill, and Brennan did ask, and they do serve the same menu at all of the food locations, I'm pretty sure. So Brenda got some water, and then I got some strawberry kiwi and some tropical mango juices. And we're just going to relax over here for a little bit and then continue walking around the island. That's where we were, just right over there, snorkeling and swimming around. So we're looking at the map trying to decide where to go next. And then we've been to Chill Island and Harbor Beach. We're over here by the Skipper's Grill. I think we want to go over to the Oasis Lagoon and then maybe over here to this side of the island. This entire portion is the Thrill Water Park. There's a hot air balloon over there, and then it's sort of hard to see, but this is where the zip line is. So it goes from pretty much right here across the wave pool, then across the water park, and then across the Harbor Beach over to the zip line landing. Which again, that would have been fun to do, but that was just really expensive, as well as the snorkel rental gear. All right, so we've decided to head over to the Oasis Lagoon, which is back over here, just to check it out and then probably get some lunch soon. This is a pretty interesting entrance over here, and I can hear some music. It sounds busy. Okay, so this is just one massive pool. It looks like there's a pool bar down there. That looks like a lot of fun. This is definitely where a lot of the activity is. And then there's the balloon. I want to go over there and check out that balloon, the hot air balloon. I don't think we're gonna do it, but I just want to go look at it. This really is where the party is right now, just with the music and the amount of people that are here, and then the bar. This is a very busy bar at the moment. Pool bars are so much fun. Swim up pool bars, I guess, specifically. So I was thinking about getting a drink over here at this bar, but we might sort of keep walking around for now and get one a little bit later. All right, so I think we've walked around the entire Oasis pool, and now we're heading over here to go to this, the hot air balloon. So there's the hot air balloon, and we're trying to find our way around because the Oasis was that direction, so we're just walking along the tram route right now. All right, so we found Up, Up, and Away, which this is the balloon, according to that map right over there. So we're just going to go over here and explore. It does not look like it's running right now. It might only be operating under certain weather conditions at the moment. So there was a sign back there saying that it was not running. Right now Brendan is reapplying some sunscreen. But there it is, the massive Royal Caribbean balloon. All right, so now we're going to Captain Jack's, I think, to get a drink, and then maybe back to the Skipper's Grill to get some lunch. All right, so we're heading towards Captain Jack's, which should be straight ahead, because right next to us, that is the Skipper's Grill. And we're going right underneath one of the zip line areas. This is actually pretty cool. We're walking towards the water park right now. That is a very massive collection of slides there, straight ahead. We're bypassing Splashaway Bay, which is an area for kids to run around, it looks like. That looks like a lot of fun. And I'm presuming the Captain Jack's is just right around the corner. All of these slides just look so much fun, especially the red one. It just starts all the way at the top up there. Would have been fun to do the water park maybe at some point in the future. All right, so we're back up at the front of Coco Cay, because straight ahead that is the dock to head straight to the Independence of the Seas. Here's the splash zone. So Captain Jack's is just right over here, because this is the entrance to the water park. And then there's the zip line right over there as well. And here it is, Captain Jack's bar. So let's grab a drink and then head over to the Skipper's Grill to get some lunch. Okay, so we're in Captain Jack's right now, and there's some live music happening. So Brenna decided to get herself a guava margarita right there, as well as an extra shot of tequila.
Yep.
And then I got this Bahama Mama. And what's super cool is right behind Brennan, there's some swings. Getting hungry. Okay, so now we're heading over to the Skipper's Grill just to grab some lunch, and then we will definitely be relaxing over by the water, probably on the other side of the island. Okay, so we're going to grab a table over by the water where we sat earlier, and then we'll probably alternate heading over to the buffet to get some lunch. All right, so we have a table over by the water, and I'm over here to get my food first. While Brendan enjoys her drink, it looks like they have tacos. So the tacos are over there. They also have some sandwiches here, and then some burgers, hot dogs, and chicken. And then at the other end, there's a fruits and dessert bar. There are some salads, and then just a regular bar as well. So we're sitting right over there, and what's really interesting is that there are iguanas everywhere. There are multiple iguanas that are just casually walking around the dining area right now. All right, so this is going to be lunch today. I got a steak carnitas, rice and beans plate right there. I have a bunch of different fruit. I have some chicken. I have a burger. I have this. This is a shaved ribeye cheesesteak sandwich. And then I have this over here, which is, what was this? This was the portobello and mozzarella sandwich.
It tastes like a
I got some fries.
like a chicken parm, but instead of chicken, it's just a mushroom. It's actually really good.
Brendan got one of those too, and got some potato salad and a hot dog. I got a cookie for desserts, and then multiple different beverages. All right, so we are all done with lunch. There's an iguana right there underneath the table. I got some ice cream here, just some chocolate and vanilla swirl, and I think we're heading over to the beach, right?
Yeah.
Cool. All right, so we're back on the other side of the Skipper's Grill, and this is where we're over by the balloon, and we're trying to head over to the South Beach. We should be back over here, I think. So it says that South Beach is in this direction. This is along the tram routes. So I think we're gonna go this way and then take the tram back to the ship. This is a little bit of a hike. We are heading in the right direction. There's a sign that says South Beach. There's a tram passing us right now, heading towards South Beach. Hello. We should have been on that tram. That would have been probably pretty smart. So that was a little bit of a walk, but I think that we made it to South Beach. And this seems very secluded over here. This is going to be very pleasant. Okay, so we're going to try to find a spot. I did bring some inflatables with us, so hopefully I can inflate those and we can head out into the water and hopefully avoid some jellyfish.
I don't know if you guys remember the old gummy worm, but this is now the return of the new gummy worm float. We got a new one. Doing okay?
I'm trying. I blown up the, what is this called?
We got the hamburger one, and now the gummy worm.
Working on the gummy worm. Hopefully this one doesn't deflate. Right, and I am completely out of breath, but I have my inflatable worm, and then there goes Brennan with her inflatable hamburger. So we're already starting to see some jellyfish in the water. There's one right there. There were a couple in this vicinity, so we're getting a little bit nervous. I don't want to be stung by a jellyfish.
I don't either.
I'm trying to think about the best way to do this, because if we get on top of the floats, then we might not get stung. There's also a walk-up bar, or a swim-up bar, actually, way over there. And there's like a area where we could walk over there. What's that called? Like a sandbar? Yeah, I'm gonna try to put this underwater, see if I can see the jellyfish. Intimidating. There's the shore behind us where we put all of our stuff. I might go back and get the snorkel so I could go out to the sandbar out there, because that seems like that could be pretty fun. Brennan's still looking for jellyfish. It is really cool how you can just swim out to that bar and then you can enjoy your drinks over here at these tables. There's Brennan and her hamburger over there, and I did go back and I got the snorkel stuff for us to use. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and go out to the sandbar out there. I have my snorkel on, so that's why I sound a little bit silly.
It's just a little silly.
Face to face with a jelly, I got scared. You made it to the sandbar. Nice. I keep running into jellyfish. That wasn't bad. Alright, I'm gonna snorkel a little bit more. This water is very warm.
Prickling my booty.
Hi.
Hi.
So I think we're gonna go over to the bar, right?
Maybe, yeah, there's like a swim-up bar over here.
Yeah. Right there, Kids Deep, and I don't know. They probably close those in advance before the all aboard time for the ship. So if we were gonna go over to it, probably sooner than later. So we decided to go ahead and go back to the shore and deposit our snorkel gear, and then we're gonna go over to the pool bar and then relax in the water a little bit while we drink those drinks, and then head back to the ship, I think. Maybe take the tram. I'm very happy to report that my gummy worm float has remained inflated this entire time.
He has, I'm so proud.
I'm very proud of him.
relaxing.
All right, so we're back in the water, heading up to the swim up bar to get a couple drinks. Right now, this is definitely a cool experience and very memorable. We're just bringing our key card to our room, hoping that that will suffice to get us a drink, and then we'll probably go back to shore and get our floats again. Oh. We made it. Okay, so what'd you get, Brennan?
And a margarita.
Nice, and then I got a Heineken, I guess, which is interesting. And that's where we just were snorkeling over by the sandbar. Are you having fun? Is this your element?
I love the beach so much.
Okay, so I'm gonna get Brennan a Heineken. I have not had a Heineken since like college, probably. I'm gonna go and jump in the water. Ah! Okay, so we made it off of the swim up bar, which was fun, right?
I've never done a swim up bar. That was really fun.
It really was. And I finally decided to get beer, which I'm spilling into the ocean.
Go into the shade right here.
Yeah, underneath one of these thatched roof areas. So this is a little bit challenging for Brennan to get up to because it's very high up. This might be a little bit more reasonable during like a higher tide. Can you do like a pull up and drink your drink and then come back down?
No, I cannot.
Really?
I can pretend. Did you show off the purple flags or the jellies?
I think the purple flag means jellyfish, doesn't it?
I think it does. Like there's jellies everywhere in here.
Or just an aquatic creature awareness.
I think you've gotten stung twice.
I've gotten stung a couple times, yeah. Alright, so we are grabbing our stuff and heading over to take the tram back to the ship because there are a lot of activities that we really want to do on the ship, and it being our final full day, we're got the hiccups. We want to make sure that we can do those activities.
I did not get stung by a jellyfish, so that was the highlight of the day.
I did. So we were walking along the beach trying to find where our spot was that we got along the beach, and I was like, I wonder which one is ours. It's probably this one, right?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm back on my regular camera, and we deflated all of our floats, packed our bags, and we're heading back to the ship. We do have to walk to the tram station, which should be on the other side of this balloon. It's a little bit of a walk, but it was definitely worth it. There goes a bunch of trams right now. I think there was a tram stop a little bit further down the beach, but we're walking to another one. There's the water park, and you can see the Independence of the Seas way off in the distance. So actually we thought about it, and I think it might be a little bit quicker if we just walk because we're already pretty close to the ship where we are right now. This is the way that we walked earlier because this is the splash zone for the kids, and right on the other side of that is the Skipper's Grill. That's where we had lunch. So we just need to head along this path, past the water park, and back to the ship. The name of that was Daredevil's Tower, apparently. The collection of water slides, which hopefully one day I'll be able to come back and do that. Here's the Galleon splash zone for the kids, right on the other side of the water park entrance, and the zip line. And here we are heading back to the Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas. So behind me is the entrance to the water park. I think that the tram would have dropped off back there somewhere, and then you could have elected to take a shuttle to get back to the ship, and we're just walking just because it's not that bad of a walk. We're trying to remember to take pictures along the way too. I do film the majority of our activities and experiences, and pictures sometimes we forget to do, so that's something that's very important, especially on a really fun trip like this. Alright, so we made it down at the very end of the pier. We're having to wait just a minute while they transport some stuff back to the ship. We're on the island, but this is a beautiful view of the Independence of the Seas. Alright, so we're heading all the way down to the midship gangway to get back onto the ship, and then heading probably back up to our room, at least at first. So we are back on board the ship. The elevators were just absolutely incredibly busy, so we took the stairs all the way up to deck number 7. Alright, so we made it back to deck 12, passing through Johnny Rockets, all the way to the back of the ship because we'd like to ride the water slides and maybe do the bungee trampoline jumping. The times for these activities have been so varied throughout the cruise that it's been sort of hard to plan when we'd like to do this, so we have to take advantage of the opportunity if it arises, and I think that we're within a window right now to do it. So this is the Flow Rider, and we're heading up the stairs here to do these slides, hopefully. Alright, so Brennan is going first up there, and then I'm gonna go after her. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to time this at all, but they don't allow GoPros on this. There's like a little sliver of each slide where you can sort of see through it, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to time that in terms of when she actually goes. There she goes! I think I caught that. She went down the blue slide. She should be coming down in just a second. Yay! Cool!
Bye, Roy! I just did the blue one. He's gonna do the yellow one. Here's Coco Cay. And really hot.
All right, so Brennan and I rode both slides, and now I'm heading up to the sky pad, just heading back to the room to get ready for the rest of the night. But I want to try to see if I can do this. It's actually pretty cool to see. We're pulling away from Coco Cay right now, and there are the slides that we just did. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that, and I think that we made up for not doing the water park on Coco Cay. Okay, so this is what I'm about to do. I don't think that I'm going to do the VR because personally, I really dislike VR. So I might just jump around on the trampoline with my harness. All right, so I'm actually going to run back to the room because you have to wear completely dry shorts to ride that. And we did just do the water slide, so my shorts are slightly damp. There's Coco Cay, way off onto the distance, but I'm gonna run back to the room, change shorts, and see if I can make it back in time to do this. All right, I made it back up to deck 12 after changing my clothes. I'm now nice and dry and ready for recreation. We are really far away from Coco Cay now. I can barely see it. It's way over there. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Heading all the way upstairs to do the sky pad virtual reality bungee jump, but I still don't know if I'm going to do the virtual reality. All right, so I did it. That was actually exhausting. I was not able to bring my GoPro onto that, but I still had such a good time. Now I have to head back downstairs, meet with Brennan in the room. I need to catch my breath, but we are doing something very fun in about 5 minutes. I think that I mentioned this yesterday, but we are going to do the escape room. So we're heading up to deck 15 to do that. All right, so we made it up to deck 15 and we did it. We escaped the escape room.
The escape room.
With like 2 minutes to spare. That was stressful.
Yeah.
But we did it. It was a very cool solarium escape room, like a massive steampunk telescope, and it was just really cool.
We had a good group with us too.
We really did. It was us, it was 8 people total. All right, so we stopped back by the stateroom just to freshen up very quickly, and then I think we're going to go to dinner at the buffet tonight, and then I think we might get to go ice skating, potentially, where we saw the show last night. And then I think we're also getting to go back to the Royal Theater to see Grease, like a full hour-and-a-half production of Grease. So right now we're waiting for an elevator to head all the way up to the Windjammer buffet, which should be right up there somewhere. And we've made it to deck 11, the Windjammer Marketplace. Have some dinner. Okay, so it doesn't seem as busy as it did for breakfast, but there's still a good amount of people here. So let's go try to find a seat, I guess. All right, so we got a spot over by the window, and we pretty much just got an assortment of foods, each just a different assortment of chicken and beef and fish, pretty much. But the view outside of the window right now is just phenomenal. Just cruising back to Port Canaveral. The cruise is almost over, but we had such a good time. All right, so I actually ran down to deck number 3 to go to Studio B downstairs. That's where they were supposed to have the ice skating sessions, but the line was incredibly long and it would definitely overlap with the show that we want to watch over in the Royal Theater. So I think we might just make sure that we can actually see that show because we really want to. All right, so we are all done with dinner, and now I think we are heading down to the Royal Theater just to make sure that we can see the show. I ran downstairs, I ran back upstairs, and we still finished our food. Woo! That was a lot of exercise. Right inside, that is the Windjammer buffet that we just had dinner at, and the sun has pretty much set. We decided to go ahead and come outside just to see what the deck looks like, because it looks like there might be a storm on the horizon. But let's go ahead and head downstairs to the Royal Promenade. Okay, so we made it back down to the Royal Promenade, and we're going to head down to deck number 3, I think, just to sort of see if we can see the ice skating at least. So the optimistic idea is that maybe they might still have some times to ice skate after the show in the Royal Theater, after we watch the Grease musical. So this is Studio B. This is where we watched the ice skating show yesterday, actually. Brenda, we totally did it.
We did it.
Yay! We're going to come back in like 2 hours after the show is over for the very final ice skating round. Okay, so we've made it to the Royal Theater, and we're about to watch Grease, which literally just started as soon as we walked in.
Look at me, I'm staring.
we just got out of the show, and now I think we're heading through the casino, and then back upstairs, and then back downstairs. Does that make sense? Okay, so we walked through the casino, and now we're heading through the sports bar, and we do have to go down a level of stairs. Studio B is where we're doing the ice skating, which is down on deck 3, and we were on deck 3 over at the Royal Theater, but we had to go up a level and then down a level because of the theater. Okay, so we're inside Studio B, and we don't have too much time left because the show ran a little bit long, but we can at least go down to the ice and ice skate a little bit. We're totally ice skating right now. This is terrifying, but so much fun. This is just like roller skating, almost, maybe a little bit. Whoa. This is so cool.
This is the one difference with ice skating is I don't know how to brake.
Are you even able to brake?
I don't know. I think you have to like skirt skirt to brake.
I was really looking forward to doing this, and we're actually getting to do it. Brendan is a natural. Look at her go. So we're just going in circles around the ice skating rink, pretty much, for about 10 more minutes. They're doing this in 20-minute increments, and they started it a couple hours ago, and we didn't think we were going to be able to, but we did. And I'm doing a pretty good job just recording and trying to keep up with Brennan. We had to change into long pants before we went to dinner. All right, we're trying to be cute and hold hands while we're skating together on the ice, but we're probably just getting in the way. This is fun. We just have time for a couple more laps around the ice before we have to leave, and our time is up. But we're very lucky that we got to do it at all. We're in the very final time slot of the evening, so we got very lucky being able to do this at all. We do have to wear head safety, obviously, to do this. I haven't done this in years, and I'm doing better than I thought that I would. Look how much of a natural you are. I'm gonna go around you like your cameraman. Oh no, it's the end of the session. But we got to do it. We got to go ice skating. High five. Oh my god. Okay, so we just turned in our skates and our helmets. We did it. We got to ice skate. I think there was also laser tag here. We were thinking about trying to do, but that was just too much to try to organize. Okay, so we made it back upstairs. Brendan is heading back to the room to just relax a little bit, and I want to try to find a snack in the promenade somewhere. What are the chances that I get to see this again? And lowering down from the ceiling, I decided to go to Ben & Jerry's to get some ice cream for myself and Brennan, and what a surprise. This is such a surprise. I need to run this back upstairs to Brennan, but they're doing a disco right now. So this is the Berry Berry Extraordinary, which is a mix of blueberry and raspberry sorbet, and then this is chocolate chip cookie dough. I made it back to the room. Okay, so we're in the ice cream back upstairs to the room, and I wanted to come down again just to see a little bit more of the party going on in the Royal Promenade. Alright, so I'm in an elevator at the other end of the promenade.
Deck 8.
The party is over, but I wanted to come up all the way up here and go out onto this little balcony. We leave the ship incredibly early tomorrow morning, so I just wanted to get a few last minute perspectives before I'm not able to. It would have been very interesting to have one of these rooms along the promenade, especially with these very loud parties that they've apparently been having the past couple nights. One aspect of the ship that Brennan and I both noticed is that there's quite a focus on art everywhere around the ship, mostly the staircases in between decks. There's just so much art everywhere. I'm pretty tempted to go to Sorrento's and get some pizza, but it is midnight and it's probably not a great idea when we have to wake up in just a few hours to disembark. Alright, I'm taking the elevator back down to the main promenade. There's the Royal Theater right down there where we saw Grease, which was an incredible show. And we got out with barely enough time to make it over to ice skating. I think we have to go to the breakfast buffet again tomorrow, just where we had dinner tonight. It was great. It was a very good quality and expedited experience, which is what we really wanted for the most part. All right, so I think I'm heading back up to the room and call it a night after an incredibly long and exciting and eventful day that we've had today. This bridge in particular I'm going to miss. This has been a very influential focal point for myself, just navigating this ship, so hopefully we can do it again tomorrow. And I do want to go over here to this little dog because I have not gotten to get a little picture with that dog yet. See what I mean about the art? It's in between every single staircase on the ship, and it is always pretty cool to see. Okay, now it's time to head back to the room. It's getting very late. And hello, back in the stateroom. We came back to a little towel animal on the bed right there. The ship is actually rocking a little bit as we make our way back to Port Canaveral. Brennan is here. She's on the bed. She decided to go and get a shower early. Hi, Brennan.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I mean, we have to wake up very early tomorrow, which we're a little bit nervous about. But we are going to be taking our luggage off of the ship. I think this is probably one of the earliest times we've ever disembarked a ship, and it's sort of intimidating. But we will deal with that tomorrow, because today we went to Coco Cay. We had the breakfast buffet, and then we pretty much got off of the ship pretty immediately, I think. And then we just sort of explored the island. We got some drinks. We got to go snorkeling. We got to just enjoy the water. We got to use my inflatable tubes. It was a great day. It was the perfect day at Coco Cay. Then we got back on the ship. We did the water slides. I got to do the trampoline bounce. We got to do the escape room, which was incredibly fun. We went to the buffet for dinner, and then we went to Grease, the show, which was phenomenal. And then we got to do some ice skating, and in between all that, just again, always just exploring the ship and just random foods and drinks here and there. And that is just how we spent our day today, the final day on the ship. And we'll probably talk more about this, I'm sure, in the future multiple times, but just this was the shortest cruise that we've ever done before, and there was still so much that I wanted to do, and I know that Brennan wanted to do. There was so much that we did not get to do because of how short the cruise was. And that's kind of the point, is that we're supposed to want to come back and do all of these activities and just adventures and excursions in the future. So you never know, right? But today was our final day aboard the ship. We leave tomorrow very early after having breakfast. So we will see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.